Hey, Susie. Looks like I'm finally getting out of the house. Finally! Thomas and I are getting our own place, so take care of your family now that we're gone, okay? We're leaving as soon as possible.
Wait, what? You're leaving?
Yep. We are buying our dream home. Or we're starting anyway, so we're both moving out.
Oh my God, really? That's amazing. Congratulations, Anna. Oh, I can't believe you guys saved up enough for the deposit already. Feels like you just moved in yesterday.
Oh, yeah, about that. We didn't actually make enough for the deposit. No way we could have saved that up in this amount of time.
Oh, really? I thought you guys were staying with us until you had enough for that, weren't you? It's $70,000 just for the start. Is it a good idea to move out without having that ready? Or did you guys decide to lower the down payment amount? I don't know if that's a great idea since the interest would be higher.
No, it's nothing like that. Your mother actually helped the both of us out. Now we have enough not just for the down payment, but for the entire house.
Wait, really? How much did she give you?
About $600,000. So we don't need a down payment anymore. We can just pay the entire thing in cash at the start.
Oh my God, $600,000? You're joking, right? I didn't think my mom even had that much.
She felt bad seeing us work so much. We both worked day and night, but just weren't saving up anything, so she just decided to help her lovely son out. She gave it over to Thomas and said she insisted that we use it. $600,000 on the spot, just like that.
Holy cow.
I am so excited. We finally got what we deserved after all our hard work. I fought so much with the old woman, and there were so many days I just wanted to get out of your guys' house, but I'm glad it paid off, considering how much we got along. I didn't think she'd give us anything, but to be fair, it was probably a gift for Thomas, not me. Either way, I get what I want, so I don't care.
It wasn't that bad, was it? I know sometimes it was stressful having so many of us under the same roof, but did she really give that to you as a present or just to get rid of you guys? I'm sorry, I just can't get over how much money that is. She didn't like you that much or hate you that much. It's just absurd.
Well, it wasn't money for you, so don't dwell on it for too long. So me and Thomas will be moving out this month, probably staying in a hotel or something until the house is fully bought. I'm going to be super busy in the next few months setting up my perfect home, so I probably won't be talking much. I doubt you guys will be seeing me for a while, if ever again. I'm not coming back to the house, that's for sure. So give my regards to all of your family, besides Thomas, of course.
You're not even going to say goodbye to my mom?
Yeah, honestly, your mom was a real pain in the butt the entire time I lived there. So I'm relieved to be out, and I don't feel like coming back. Now that I don't need her anymore, I also don't feel like helping her out. So don't ask me for anything anymore, please. As I said, I'll be super busy. I can't waste my time on the old woman.
Hey, Thomas, can I talk to you? Anna is saying you guys are moving out and finally buying your house, and that Mom gave you $600,000 from her savings for it? Is she telling the truth?
Oh, she already told you that? That was fast.
Yeah, she seemed a little... I don't know. She wasn't exactly happy with us, that's for sure. I feel like there's a lot of tension between the two of us now, and she spoke honestly to me for the first time. She seemed to be upset with Mom, too. She said I couldn't ask her for help or anything in the future. Which is fine. I mean, I don't expect her to help me take care of Mom or anything anyway. She's not her mother, after all. But the way she said it seemed really rude. Like,
I don't need her anymore.
Sorry if Anna was a bit blunt. And sorry about not telling you yet. I just didn't get around to it. I wanted to tell you myself. I didn't think she would talk to you, so I didn't bother to tell her. I wanted you to hear the full story, so my bad for not being careful.
Oh, okay. But is there really a full story? What could explain her giving you that much so suddenly? $600,000 must have been almost all of her savings. I was just shocked when she told me that.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, isn't it? But we're not just taking the money, so don't worry. Think of it as a loan. I'm gonna work on paying her back slowly after we've settled in. So don't freak out. I'm not robbing her blind or anything.
Oh, you're paying her back? Would she even let you do that? If it was a gift, she might not take your money.
A gift? It wasn't a gift, Susie. She agreed to lend me the money as long as I paid her back monthly.
Oh, really? Anna told me it was a present for you guys. She was really excited about it too. She said she insisted you guys take it. So I didn't think you guys were planning on paying it back, I guess.
She called it a present? What in the world?
Yeah, she said that Mom felt bad for you guys because of how hard you've been working, and that you couldn't save up anything despite both working overtime every week. That's just what she told me. Sorry.
Wait, are you being serious? We saved up a lot though. Like, a lot of money. Not enough, obviously, but it was still a decent amount.
You did?
Well, yeah, we've been saving for 5 years now. And since we moved back in with you and Mom, we didn't have to pay for rent or anything. So of course we were able to save. We made about $20,000 in total, I think. But Anna ended up spending all of it.
She spent it?
Yeah. We actually planned on making the down payment sometime soon. This spring we managed to save up enough. But then Anna took a bunch of the money out of our account without telling me. She spent it on a bunch of teaching supplies and children's books. It ended up being almost half of our savings.
Half? But wait, that's 10 grand. How can you spend that much on teaching supplies?
Apparently some of her mom's friends convinced her Max needs all of this high-end stuff to keep up with the other kids. She also signed him up for piano lessons. Then she apparently got some expensive mother-son Spanish classes as well. And on top of that, she got a monthly subscription to a gym for herself that costs $1,000 a month. So we lost basically all of the savings we had worked together to save up.
Oh my god.
Of course, I couldn't help but be mad. I was absolutely livid. She went crying to Mom one night after we got into it. She started threatening her, saying that if I treated her like this, then we're gonna get a divorce. She said if Mom didn't fix it, she'd never see her grandson again, and I'd lose the love of my life.
What? Just like that, she handed over all of her savings?
Basically, yeah. I really did try to stop her. We had an argument as well. But in the end, she said she couldn't bear to live under the same roof as Anna anymore, so it was better for everyone if I just took the money. I can understand why she wants her out, so I just shut up and accepted it.
Oh my god, that's completely different from what she told me earlier. Anna said she was super happy to hand it over. It seemed like she brought it up out of nowhere.
I did talk to her one-on-one the day after the incident. We agreed that I could pay her back over time to make up for all this happening. We set up a shared bank account with automatic payments to make sure I don't miss any or forget. I explained that part to Anna already. Although it took me a while to get around to it, I had to figure out how to word it without upsetting her. Maybe I didn't explain it clearly enough if she still thinks it was a gift.
I mean, she probably heard you just fine. It just went in one ear and out the other. She was too excited about the money to pay attention to you.
Yeah, you're probably right. But anyway, I'm sorry I freaked you out. She isn't favoring me or anything and giving me all her money. It was just a sudden decision. And I am paying back every bit of it, so don't worry about her either.
Okay, thanks for talking with me. I feel a bit better now. I understand why you took the money. I don't blame you. I hope you guys get to buy the house you've always wanted. Make sure to invite me during your housewarming party, okay?
Of course. As soon as we're done, I am bringing the whole family around to see. And you guys will be free to stop by anytime you want. Consider my house your house too.
Thanks. But don't forget, you should come visit us sometimes too, okay? You always light up the room whenever you're in it. Mom's probably gonna be lonely when you're not here anymore. We all know me and Jane aren't the best at holding a conversation.
Of course I will. I can't promise Anna will come with me though. She's already got it in her head that she doesn't want to be here anymore. She wants me to move out immediately, even though the house isn't even being built yet.
Jean hasn't been over in a long time either, has she? She doesn't want to be around Anna, I think.
Well, I'm sure she'll come around once we're out of the house then. That should cheer Mom up.
Anna, where the heck are you? My mom's funeral is about to start any minute now.
Huh? Is it already time for that? You're joking. Oh my god, for realsies? I completely overslept. Oh, shoot.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm so sorry about that, Susie. I literally just woke up. Not entirely sure I'm awake right now, actually. We had the housewarming party last night, and I had, way too much to drink. I downed 2 entire bottles of wine by myself.
Wait, you had a party yesterday? But I literally reminded you yesterday morning that the funeral was going to be today. It's bad enough you wouldn't help us organize it. Thomas and I had to do it all ourselves, but then you went out and threw a party?
Whoops. Someone's mad.
Whatever. Just get over here and be quick about it. Don't forget who helped you afford that house in the first place. The least you can do is pay her some respect now that she's left us. You would never have been able to do this without her, and that's not all she did for you. Remember, she opened her home to you for 5 whole years. She was an amazing woman.
Ugh, but I can't! I literally just woke up. I got a bad case of bedhead going on right now. Besides, my baby is still sleeping. I don't want to wake him up.
It is only a 10-minute drive. If you hurry, you can make it, and Max can sleep while he's here. My aunt can help you take care of him. So just stop making excuses and get over here. If you really miss this just because you slept too much, I'm never going to forgive you.
Oh no, you're scaring me. Someone got up on the wrong side of the bed. What's got you so angry? You're not usually this rude to me.
You are just asking that to make me upset, right? Oh, I can't stand people like you. I am not being rude anyway. My mother helped you out more than you seem to realize, or maybe you do realize and just don't care.
Did she? I can't seem to recall.
Not just the savings, but opening up her home to you as well? You barely contributed anything to this house while you were here. Plus, the only reason you got the job you have is because Mom helped and gave you a personal recommendation. And after everything she did, she never got a thanks from you? And now it's too late. A freak accident took away that chance for the both of you to ever speak again. If you have any emotions whatsoever, you'd understand the very least you could do is come to her funeral. At least then you can show her the respect she deserved, and we can have some closure.
Oh my god, do you ever stop talking? Listen, it's not like I didn't help her as well. We helped each other out wherever we could, so as far as I'm concerned, we were even a long time ago. I cleaned and took care of her while we lived in her house, did I not?
You're kidding.
Not to mention she was a lonely old woman, but she had me to keep her company for 5 whole years. And she got to see her grandson every day. She was perfectly happy with her arrangement. So stop acting like I didn't do anything. You make it seem like we were freeloaders or something. Don't act like I'm heartless just because I can't attend this one thing. To be honest, I feel like I helped her out a lot more than she ever did for us.
You really think that you did that much? You sat around doing nothing basically for 5 entire years. She let you live there rent-free, fed you, even paid for your stupid medical expenses. It's not a huge burden asking you to come say your final goodbyes.
Sorry, but I only go to things if I want to go to them. I'm not going anywhere boring or depressing. I slept in a little too late. It's not my fault. Things happen. Get over it. Besides, like you said, your mom was super chill. She wouldn't get mad over something like this. She'd be more understanding than you are.
You're going to regret it if you don't say goodbye to her, you know.
Nah, I doubt it. It's not like she's gonna be up in heaven crying because I didn't attend her stupid afterlife party. You can't guilt trip me that easily, but thanks for trying, dear. You're there, aren't you? That should be enough. Tell her I said goodbye, will ya? Anyway, I've got major headache, so I'm going back to bed. Good luck with the grief thing or whatever. Don't message me anymore. The ding noise is hurting my head.
All right then, have a good nap. It'll be the last nap you ever take in that house, after all.
What are you talking about? I said stop messaging me.
After you wake up, I think you'll find that you'll be out of that house pretty quickly. Almost immediately, in fact. It's gonna be pretty difficult for you after you leave. You won't even have a warm place to stay. So enjoy it while you can, Anna. Sweet dreams.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm not leaving this house. Don't be stupid. Is this another attempt to guilt me into coming?
We're basically already divorced at this point. As soon as I get home, I just need you to sign the papers, and then it's complete. I won't fight you for custody of our son, since I know he's important to you. But you won't be living under this roof anymore, I can guarantee you that. Keep that in mind when you wake up.
Wait a minute. Thomas? Why are you on Susie's phone? What are you talking about? A divorce? I never mentioned this before. It's just a funeral. What's the big deal? Are we really going to ruin our entire relationship because I didn't show up to this one thing?
It is a big deal, Anna. And it's not just some thing you missed. This is my mother's funeral, for God's sake. The most amazing person I had in my life. The reason we got our perfect house in the first place. Yet all you did was look down on her. Even after your giant mistake of losing our money, she was there to help us. She was always making me smile. She was just wonderful. How could you act so cold to someone like that?
Just hold on a minute, Thomas. You're overreacting. Just calm down. I am not trying to act cold. I just overslept. I couldn't help that. The party yesterday completely wore me out, and I swear I tried to cancel, but my friends showed up anyway and insisted we have a drink together.
Oh, your friends said that, did they? Are you sure it wasn't another man you've been seeing?
What?
You wouldn't help us set up this funeral at all because you were too busy going on stupid little dates with that dude, right? And you couldn't bring Max along because that would only ruin things. So you left him home alone, right? You left a 6-year-old boy at home all by himself. How could you? You're completely out of your mind. I could hardly believe it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not seeing anyone else, Thomas. And I really did have a party with my friends yesterday. I mean, I tried to stop them, I swear. But it just turned out like this.
Oh, drop the act already. I've got proof that you've been messing around, so own up to it already. I have my mom's old diary.
What? Since when did she have a diary?
If you paid attention at all, you would have realized she wrote everything down. I found it while I was going through all her old stuff. We wanted to find some belongings of hers to bury during the funeral. I found it under her bed. I couldn't help myself, so I went through it. And I can't believe what she had in there. She's been recording all the evidence she had of you cheating on me.
What are you talking about? Why would she have something like that? Besides, I didn't do anything, so what would she even have written in there?
She kept track of all the days you left the house without telling her where you went. And you had her watch Max to keep him out of the way, right? It looks like you left over 5 times every month. I can't believe I didn't notice. You stood by my side this entire time and I had no idea.
No, wait, Thomas, you're jumping to conclusions here, aren't you? I mean, yeah, I left and had her watch Max sometimes. So what? I wasn't cheating or anything, though. I was going out with my friends, remember? They were helping me pick out stuff for him and telling me about classes around the area that I could enroll him in. And your mom offered to watch him so I had more time to look around properly.
You were gone that much looking for classes? Okay, in that case, it would be fine we called all of them together, right? They can vouch for whether or not you've been hanging out with them a lot recently.
No, you don't need to call them.
That's not all she had written in the diary, by the way. She had a list of all the times you made phone calls to some unknown number. It was the same unknown number every time. Did you forget that she could see who we called? She paid for our phone bills, remember?
What? She can't do that! Why would she even be looking at something like that? And That's like an invasion of privacy or something, right? And I only called when everyone was asleep or when I was outside of the house and she wouldn't have heard me.
So you're admitting it? So you waited until everyone fell asleep and then called your new boyfriend for a bit, huh? My mother's not a deep sleeper, you know. She probably was pretending to see what you were up to.
Are you serious?
So yeah, anyway, I want a divorce. And I assume you're gonna cooperate and sign the papers, right? I've got plenty of evidence you haven't been faithful.
No, I don't want to get divorced. I'm not letting you do that. It's just stupid writing from an old woman who probably had dementia or something. How can you take anything like that seriously? She probably just made all of it up because she was bored and didn't like me. You can't believe it just because you found some random evidence in a book?
You're not wrong. Now that Mom is gone, I can never really ask her what all of this meant.
Yes, exactly. So, let's not jump to any stupid conclusions and just make up, okay? We don't need to divorce over this. Let's just stop talking about something upsetting like this. We've got our whole future ahead of us, and I'm getting ready right now to come to the funeral. You were right. This funeral is very important. I was just being stubborn. But if it means that much to you, then I'm coming there as soon as I can. I just gotta go wake Max up and then I'll be there. Please just don't be mad at me. I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to come. I don't want you at Mom's funeral. You'll ruin it. Someone who wasn't even faithful to me doesn't deserve to say goodbye anyway.
I thought we agreed that I wasn't cheating. I didn't do anything, Thomas. The notebook doesn't even mean anything.
You're right, but I have other evidence.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I set up a security system for our new house. It's got a camera in the doorbell and front and backyards. And I have baby cameras inside so I could be sure Max was safe when I wasn't home. There's one in every room, so no matter where you were in the house, I'd be able to see if you two were okay.
You what? What the heck is a baby camera? You're just making that up. I've never heard of anything like that.
They're super common, Anna. There's no way you don't know about them. Especially since you wanted to get a dog as soon as we moved out. I was a bit nervous about you being home alone with a random animal. They're just cameras so I can watch what's going on while I'm not home. I told you I was setting them up, too.
Did you? Oh, I remember something like that a long time ago now that you mention it, but I didn't think you'd have them up still. I thought it was a temporary thing.
After Mom gave us the money, I told her about my plans to set them up. She agreed that it was a good idea to keep everyone safe. And after everything she's done for us, it's only fair we listen to her advice, don't you think? So I set them up.
You're kidding me. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I'm curious. Are those cameras still on by any chance? I'm at home, so it's not important. I'm just wondering.
Yep, they work perfectly. Definitely worth the money I spent them on. I know you're at home right now, but you're not the only one, right? I was able to see you bring that man in with you last night while I was here with my family.
No, you're lying.
I freaked out seeing you with someone else. I didn't want to get upset over nothing, so I showed my sisters too and asked for their opinion. These cameras were only there to keep you safe. Instead, they hurt me more than I could have imagined. I'm ashamed that I never noticed. I wish I could apologize to my mother for all of this. And thank her. There is so much I wish I could have done.
Okay, please, just listen, Thomas. Please don't go and look at all the footage. At least let me explain myself first. Let me share my side of the story, please.
There is no your side of the story. I don't want to hear your excuses. I'll be home after the funeral is over. Enjoy your nap, and we'll talk properly once I'm back.
I can't believe I've lost you all because of that stupid old woman. Your brother is divorcing me because of her. After all I did for her, you'd think she'd be more grateful. How could she not be on my side? What the heck? We're both women. Can't you understand what I was doing?
Why would she be on your side? Do you think my mom was an idiot? Unlike you, she was a good person and had a good head on her shoulders. Thomas had already signed the papers and submitted them. You are divorced. So just leave our family alone already. Never show your face in this house ever again.
You don't need to tell me twice. I already agreed to leave as soon as I get what I deserve. Your mother left behind a huge amount of money. You don't need all of that for yourself. Give me half and I'll leave without another word.
You want her money? After everything you already took from her, you want more? How did you even know there was more money?
We lived together for 5 years, stupid. Of course I knew about it. It came up in conversation quite a few times, actually. That money she gave us barely made a dent in her savings, did it? So I want my half. I have a boy to raise. I need it more than you idiots. I'm glad she left something behind. At least she can be useful for once. Even if it's only after she's kicked the bucket.
We are not giving you a penny of her money, so you can forget about that right now.
Oh? And what's that?
You weren't in the will, so you aren't entitled to a single cent.
Wait, really? That old hag didn't include me?
Of course not.
It doesn't matter. I was still married to Thomas when she ate it. I still get half of his share.
Even though you were still married, inheritance is not part of the marital assets. It's kind of long and complicated, so look up the laws yourself if you're that curious. I don't feel like explaining it all to you. You're not getting any of the money, and that's all I have to say to you.
No, that can't be right. I've got a kid. I need that money. What do you want me to do without it? She treated me like family. Why wouldn't she have included me in her will? We were inseparable. There is no way I'm not entitled to at least a little bit of it.
You seem to be forgetting about all the money you took from her. It wasn't just the $600,000 she gave you and Thomas for the house, was it? You borrowed some of her money for your little outings, too. So even if you got half of what she left him, you'd owe our family all of that and then some.
Why would I owe you guys money?
Because you owed our mom a lot of money. Let me guess, you thought no one would ever know. Oops, now we know. Now, if we're going to talk about money, then let's talk properly. If we're all getting what we deserve, then there's a lot of money you took from us that we're just as entitled to as you are to this money.
You want me to pay back what she gifted me?
It's noted in her ledger as borrowed.
No, I can't afford all of that. I can't pay you guys. What about my child? I'm going to be poor forever unless I get this money. I don't have any savings right now.
Well, then, just leave well enough alone. You can leave Max with Thomas and then disappear forever, and you won't owe us a cent. I've said this before, but I hate people like you so much. You betrayed my brother, and I won't forgive you for that. You better not show your face here ever again, because right now, I want to punch you in the face so bad.
Huh?
So get out of here. Goodbye for good. If you try talk to me again, I won't be so forgiving. After that long confrontation, my brother was finally able to get away from his ex-wife. She got ugly pretty quickly, saying her new boyfriend was better. She claimed she didn't need the money because she had an amazing man who would support her. But it wasn't long before she found out he already had a wife. So she was quickly chased out of his house and forced to find somewhere else to live on her own. In the end, she had to take out a loan to afford rent as well as pay off the court fees and notary. She did come around to my family's house once more. I guess she thought we would feel bad and help her out. But everyone chased her off. I'm not sure where she is right now. But I hope she's learned a lesson and is working hard, finally facing the consequences of her own actions. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the story, please like the video and share with your friends. For more content like this, you can visit and subscribe to our channel below. Thanks again.
Hey, John, don't you have something you want to say to me?
Huh? Oh, what do you mean? You kind of caught me by surprise. What are you talking about all of a sudden?
Look, if you won't just come right out and tell me, I'll have to ask. Is that what you want? Did you think I wouldn't notice that you had withdrawn $3,000 from my joint account?
Oh my god, you already found out?
Yeah, of course I did. I knew as soon as you took that money out last week. Why wouldn't I?
You knew last week? Why didn't you say something then?
I decided I'd give you a week to try explain yourself. I thought maybe you could come up with something in that time. Sounds like you didn't. Did you really think you were going to be able to just never mention this to me at all? How stupid do you think I am?
I'm really sorry, Alicia. I just needed a little extra cash in my pockets. I couldn't get by on what I had been getting by on. But don't get the wrong idea. It's not like I'm paying off some debts you don't know about or anything. I just wanted to make some larger purchases than usual.
$3,000 is a lot of money. You're going to need to explain yourself a little better than that. What kind of large purchases did you need to make that you had to take $3,000 from our joint account? We're supposed to be saving that money. Would you please just come out and tell me? I've given you plenty of time to explain yourself. If you don't tell me what's going on right now, I'm changing the locks today. I am not letting you in when you come home.
You don't have to do that. Just give me a minute to explain. I just finished work. I was about to come home right now. Don't do this to me. Would you really shut your own husband out in the cold like that? You don't want to do that, do you?
Well, if you don't want to get stuck out in the cold, you better start being honest with me. Right now. Why did you think it was okay to take $3,000 from our joint account and not tell your wife anything about it? What in the world did you need to buy so badly?
I wanted to get my little sister a present, that's all.
What? Are you serious? You spent that money on Caitlin?
Yeah, see, that's all. See, it's not so bad. I just wanted to get Caitlin something. She got a job at that company she's really been hoping to work for, so I thought we should celebrate. I felt like I should get her a present. It feels like my duty as a big brother.
Well, good for her. I'm happy that she got the job she's been wanting. But I still don't understand why you needed $3,000. What kind of a present did you buy her?
I bought her a Gucci purse. It's a nice big one so that she can use to carry all her stuff back and forth to work.
You must be kidding. Why did you need to buy her such a fancy purse? Any old bag would do. Did you just do this on your own? She didn't ask you to buy her something so expensive, did she?
No, she would never do that. Just as a big brother, I wanted to get her something nice. I am so happy for her. She's going to be working for a really good company. I wanted her to have a bag that wouldn't embarrass her to bring to the office. You know how those people can be. I didn't want anybody teasing her about not fitting in with all of their high-class stuff.
But aren't you just going to be attracting attention to her now? She's probably going to stand out with an expensive purse like that on her arm.
Oh yeah? Do you really think so?
Look, it's just really weird for you to spend so much money on your little sister. Do you know anyone else who does things like that? I mean, maybe it would be okay if you were just spending your own money. Why did you have to go so far as to take money out of our joint savings account? That's my money too, you know.
Why do you have to be so cold? I thought you'd be happy for her too. She's your family now too. You're her sister-in-law. It's a present for her from the both of us. I thought you'd be more understanding.
Well, you could have at least asked me about it beforehand. That would have been the normal thing to do. But you couldn't even do that, could you? You just went ahead and took $3,000 without telling me anything. I can't believe you would do that.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me yet?
Since that's supposed to be a present from both of us and you never asked me anything about it, I want you to go get it back right now. And then I want you to return it and put that $3,000 back in our account. We can celebrate her getting a job some other time. We don't need to buy her such an expensive purse.
What? How am I supposed to do that? I already gave it to her. It'd be rude of me to go ask for it back now. How can you ask me to do that? What would she think of me if I went and did that?
Fine. Then that bag is a present from you, and you alone. It's not a present from both of us, so you have to pay for it all yourself. You got that? So I expect you to put the money back in our joint account that you took out right away. That shouldn't be a problem, right?
Oh, you can't be serious. Why do you think I took the money out of our joint account? I didn't have the money to pay for it myself. How do you think I'm going to pay you back? Why in the world would I be able to pay you back money that I don't have? That doesn't make any sense.
Are you kidding me right now? What do you mean you don't have any personal savings? You know I have my own personal savings account aside from our joint account, right? I've told you that before. I figured you were doing the same.
Oh, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't know what my savings have anything to do with this anyway. I don't want to talk about this anymore. You've ruined my mood for the whole day now. I'm going to go stay at my parents' house tonight. I don't want to be around you.
Oh, you're just gonna run away again, huh? Like you always do?
I told you to shut your mouth. I do not want to hear any more from you. This is all your fault. All you ever want to do is complain. What am I supposed to do about it? A good wife should support her husband. Why do you always have to question everything I do?
Hey, Alicia, I am sorry that my son is being such an idiot again. He just told me about the argument you guys got into over the purse. I don't know why he would go behind your back and do something like this without even asking you. That's not how I raised him.
I feel like I should apologize to you, too. Every time we have some kind of marital dispute, he always wants to drag you into it. This shouldn't be your problem. But once again, he's going to make it your problem, too. I'm sorry.
He was in such a terrible mood when he got here. I don't know why he gets like this. Today he was complaining about how you're an only child, so you would never understand how he feels about his little sister. It doesn't even make any sense. He thinks it's totally normal for siblings to spend that kind of money on each other.
There is no way that's normal, though, right? I'm not the crazy one here, am I?
Of course it's not normal. I know you're not crazy. I'm one of 5 kids, and I've never given any of my siblings something like that. And they've never given me anything like that. Nor have they ever given each other anything like that. I don't know where he got that idea in his head. I feel like we're much more normal. The norm is for siblings to spend 0 on each other. 0.
It doesn't matter how close he thinks they are. Spending thousands of dollars is just over the limit.
Of course it is. $3,000 is way over the limit of what he should be spending on his little sister. So look, I'll pay you back. I know he says he can, so I'll make sure you get that money back.
No, there's no point in you paying me back. Thanks, though. I want him to have to pay me back himself. He's the one who took the money.
I guess you're right. So I'll go tell him that he has to do it too. He can't go against his own mother. I'm going to make it clear as I can that he must pay you back that money.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'm really so sorry he keeps acting like this. I promise you, I didn't raise him to be such a fool. I don't know why he's so obsessed with his little sister. It's always causing you so much trouble. She's so much younger than him that he's always wanted to look out for her whole life.
She's 10 years younger than him, right?
Exactly, so he's always felt like he needs to be this protective big brother for her. He really is just a pain in the butt, though. I actually just saw Caitlin earlier. You wouldn't believe what he's telling her now. Apparently, he wants to take her on a trip somewhere to celebrate her graduation. Can you believe that?
What? Why does he have to be the one to take her on a graduation trip?
I thought maybe I could pay for it, but apparently the two of them want to go together, so he wants to pay. I was so fed up with both of them that I just couldn't say anything. I don't know what to do about them.
You've got to be kidding me. He and I haven't gone on a trip anywhere in years.
I'll tell him before he thinks about taking a trip anywhere. He needs to pay you back that money. It's not fair that he treats you this way. He really needs to learn to treat his wife better. You deserve so much more.
I don't know how willing he'll be to listen to you, but I appreciate you making the effort. Thanks. John, I need you to come home right away. I need you to come help me.
Huh? What's wrong? What do you mean you need me to help you? Did something happen?
Yes, I got in an accident on the way to work. The ambulance had to come and get me and everything. I'm in the hospital now.
Oh my god, the accident was that bad? You had to take an ambulance to the hospital? Are you okay?
Well, I'm at least okay enough to message you, so it could be worse. but it looks like I broke my right leg.
You broke your leg? How bad is it?
It's pretty bad, and I've got a bunch of other less serious injuries all over. I'm in a ton of pain right now. I'm really sorry to ask you this, but could you please come to the hospital, please? I need your help filling out all the paperwork, and I need you to talk to the doctors, too. My head is still kind of spinning.
Oh, sorry, but I am actually kind of tied up today.
What?
Caitlin and I are leaving for her graduation trip today. You knew that, right? I'm meeting her at the airport in just a little while. I have to be on my way now.
Yes, I know that. That's why I made sure to message you as soon as I could. You have to cancel that trip. I need you to come to the hospital right away. Can't you do that for me?
What are you talking about? Why would I cancel it? Caitlin and I have been really looking forward to this. She's never been to Hawaii before.
Your wife was just taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Don't you care about me at all? Isn't this situation more important than some trip to Hawaii with your little sister?
Oh, I don't care what you say to me. There is no way that's happening.
Excuse me?
Look, I made reservations for us at a really nice hotel out there. If I cancel on the day, they're still going to charge me 100% of the room fee. What am I supposed to do? And like I said, Caitlin's really looking forward to this. How can you expect me to cancel this trip?
Fine. I'll pay you the money that's going to cost for canceling, and I can explain to your sister everything that's going on too. Just please come help me. I am in so much pain right now, I need your help. Why can't you just put me first for once in your life? Please just tell me you're coming to the hospital to help me. Why can't you do this for me?
Oh, what has gotten into you? Are you out of your mind? I've been Caitlin's brother a lot longer than I've been your husband. So I'm always going to have to put her first. She's my little sister. Always has been, always will be. So I've got to get going. It's time for us to take off for our lovely trip to Hawaii. Oh, I hope you can rest up in the hospital.
This can't be happening. You're really going to leave your wife in hospital and go off to Hawaii?
It's not like me being there is going to magically heal all your injuries or anything. I really don't see what the point of me being there is. Caitlin told me she's already on her way to the airport. I really need to get going. I promise I'll bring you back some souvenirs. So just hang in there by yourself while I'm gone. I'm sure you'll survive.
I am going to ask you this one more time. Is this trip with your little sister really more important to you than your wife being seriously injured and in hospital? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Today is the day I've been planning on taking this trip to celebrate my little sister's graduation. The time that I get to spend with her is much more important than the time I spend with you. Okay, gotta go. Get well soon.
That's it. I have had enough. You're not my son anymore.
Huh?
I can't believe you would leave your poor wife at a time like this. What is wrong with you? You've gone too far this time. I never want to see your face again. Oh, you're such an idiot, son. And don't you ever try to come near Alicia again. She deserves so much better than you. I don't care where you go, but just stay away from us.
Wait a minute. What is going on here? Did you just call me an idiot son? Oh my god. Mom, is that you? What are you doing there? How are you texting me from Alicia's phone?
Because I came to the hospital to be by her side, like you should have done. She's sitting here with all these bloody bandages on her, holding her phone and crying, and where are you? She showed me all the messages you've been sending her. How could you? I can't believe you would just leave her here like this and run off on some trip.
You know how much this trip means to me. What do you expect me to do? I'm just being honest with her. I can't cancel this trip last minute like this. I was planning on going back to the hospital as soon as I got back from the trip. Isn't that good enough?
No, that is not nearly good enough. You need to get here right now. I thought I raised you better than this. Why is it that her mother-in-law is the first person to come see her in the hospital? You should be here. You're her husband. You should be the first one here. Don't you get it?
But I already promised Caitlin we would be taking this trip together. I mean, of course my wife is important to me too. But my little sister is my family. family is important too, right? I can't just let her down. I have to keep my promise to her.
Do you really think she wouldn't understand?
We've been planning this trip for more than a month now. Why should she have to miss out on it? This accident came up out of nowhere. Why should Caitlin have to suffer because of it? It's Alicia's fault that she got into this accident today of all days.
Is that really how you feel about this? Fine, I get it now. You're no longer my son. I thought I raised you to be much better than this.
What? You can't be serious.
Oh, I am very serious. You better not ever try to come home again. I don't want you there. You're never allowed in my home again for the rest of your life. If you try to show your face around my house again, I am going to spray you down with the hose.
What? Hang on a second. Just calm down. Why are you attacking me like this? I haven't done anything wrong. All I'm trying to do is keep the promise that I made to my little sister. What is wrong with that?
And I am telling you that that's the stupidest thing that I've ever heard. Don't you get it? When an emergency comes up like this, every person in the world would know that you need to look after your wife. You need to be there for her. And have you ever even thought about how Caitlin would feel about this? Do you really think she would want you to prioritize her over your wife who's in hospital? Do you really think she could enjoy herself on that trip knowing that you've abandoned your wife for her?
Well, of course she'd still have fun. Why wouldn't she? She's been looking forward to this graduation trip with her big brother for a long time now. She was so happy when I told her about the plans. She had a huge smile on her face and told me how much she loved me.
Oh my God. I really don't understand this obsession you have with your sister. It's not healthy. Fine. If that's not what you think, then go ahead and do whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me anymore. But you should know that once you make this choice, you'll never be able to take it back.
Alicia, I did it. I canceled the trip just now. I called the airlines and the hotel and everything. It's all canceled now. So I'm heading to the hospital right now. Just hold on. I'll be there soon.
Excuse me?
Are your injuries feeling any better? Are you still in a lot of pain? Oh, I hope they're taking good care of you there. But it's all gonna be okay now. I'm on my way. I'll make sure that you're gonna get the best care.
Where is this coming from all of a sudden? What about that fabulous trip you were looking forward to taking with Caitlin? What happened to all that? Is it really okay to cancel it like that at the last minute?
I calmed down and really thought it through. That's when I realized that sometimes I do need to put my wife first. I mean, you're in the hospital with some pretty serious injuries. I should be more sensitive to that. But don't worry, your loving husband is on his way now. I'll be right there, so you just wait where you are.
No, that's fine. I don't need you anymore. You don't have to come. Your mom already told the hospital staff not to let you in. I'd appreciate it if you just stay away. That's what you wanted anyway, right?
What do you mean the hospital staff won't let me in? But I'm your husband. They have to let me in.
If you come now, it's only going to raise my blood pressure, and in my fragile state, it could be bad for me. The doctors tell me I need to remain calm, so you really can't come.
Oh, how can you be so cold, Alicia? Please don't tell me that I can't see you. I'm worried that Caitlin's gonna be so upset with me too. Oh, I can't lose you both. I'm begging you, please, just tell the hospital staff to let me come see you.
Why would I do that?
Look, I'm in the car on my way there now. I'll be there soon. Once I get to the hospital, I'll promise to stay by your side and look after you until you're better. No matter what happens, I promise I'll put you first. I am begging you, you can't just leave me like this.
Wait a minute. What is going on here? What's with this sudden change? What was that about your sister being upset with you? Did something happen?
Well, I actually did meet up with her at the airport. She got there a little bit before I did. But all of a sudden, she told me she didn't really feel like going on a trip anymore today. She told me that Mom had already gotten in touch with her about your accident. Mom told her everything. Caitlin told me that she thinks it's creepy that I would put her ahead of you. She thought that I should be there for you. I can't believe she would say that to me. She's never called me creepy before.
Oh, is that what she said, huh? I'm kind of shocked. I thought you guys were so close.
Exactly, we are close. But today, out of nowhere, my beautiful angel of a little sister called me creepy? What is going on here? I've never seen her eyes look so cold before. How could she look at me like that? She told me I'm way too creepy for her to deal with anymore. She said she never wants to see me again.
Oh, wow. She said all that too, huh?
And to think I had gotten a really expensive hotel just for her. Oh, how could she do this to me? I tried to tell her that I was putting her ahead of my own wife. I did it all for her. Why can't she understand? But she said she never asked me to do any of that. She said this whole trip was just a pain in the butt from the start. She was carrying that Gucci purse that I got her too. And then she gave it back to me. She said she brought it just to give it back to me. She doesn't want anything to do with me anymore.
Oh, wow. But you thought she would really appreciate such a fancy bag, didn't you?
She said there were a bunch of rumors flying around about her at the office because she had such an expensive purse. Apparently, people were wondering if she had an OnlyFans account on the side or something, or maybe a sugar daddy.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's just how things are these days. How else would a college student afford a $3,000 purse? It doesn't make any sense.
She told me that it's all my fault that those rumors were flying around about her. I never meant to cause any harm. She also told me she doesn't even like that purse anyways. She said there's no time that she would ever want to use it. She felt bad having it around her house, so she just wanted to give it back to me.
I am actually really impressed. I never thought Caitlin would have the guts to talk to you like that. She always gave me the impression of being a girl who really loved her brother. I guess I was wrong about her.
Oh, I have never seen her like that either. It was so shocking. She's always been such a sweet girl. She used to always tell me she loved me. But now that she's an adult, she says she doesn't want anything to do with me. Oh, how could she do this to me? She said she has no respect for me as a man or a husband who would leave his wife in the hospital alone like that. She said she's disappointed that I'm her brother. And then she told me that if I didn't go to be with you right away, that she would never talk to me again. Oh, I can't believe this is happening to me.
Go, Caitlin!
I can't believe she would even talk to me like that. She said she appreciated that I loved her, but she thought it was weird that I spent so much money on her. And that she thought it was super creepy that I would prioritize her over my own wife. How was I supposed to know that? She told me she's moving in with her boyfriend, so she doesn't want me buying her expensive gifts anymore.
Oh, wow, she's moving in with her boyfriend? I didn't even know she had a boyfriend.
Well, she said she's moving in with him as soon as she starts her new job. And she says my love for her is not normal for a big brother, little sister relationship. She told me to stay away from her.
Sounds like you were actually just bothering her for a long time. I guess I had misjudged her all this time.
Listen, Alicia, I am really, really sorry about what happened earlier. You have to forgive me. I finally realized who the most important person in my life is. It's you. You're my wife. I should have been putting you first for a long time now. I am so sorry about the way that I've treated you up until now.
Oh, thanks for that, John. I'm glad you finally realized the error of your ways. But you know what? Even if you're apologizing, now it's way too late for that. I've already started getting the paperwork together for us to get divorced. We're finished.
What?
You heard me. We're getting a divorce. Your mom actually helped me to get the paperwork. She's been so helpful while I've been in the hospital. I'm so grateful for her helping me get that paperwork together. I want this over with as soon as possible.
Wait a minute, are you serious? You must be joking, right? You don't really want to get divorced, do you? You're just saying this because you want to make me think about what I've done a little bit more, right?
No, I'm deadly serious. We're getting divorced. I already filled out my part of the paperwork, and your mom signed the part where we need a witness.
My own mother? Oh, how could she do that to me?
I didn't even expect her to show up for me like this. She really is such an awesome mom. I'll leave the paperwork at the nurse station. When you come by, just sign it and leave, okay? I don't want to see your face. And like I said, the staff won't let you in to see me anyway, so just sign the paperwork and get out of here.
No, wait, you're not even thinking straight. You have to give this time. I don't want to get divorced. I finally had a change of heart. Now I see what I was doing wrong. I promise I will always put you first from now on. You have to give me a chance. Please, I'm begging you. We don't have to get divorced. I know we can work through this.
I'm sorry, but you're way too late. It's all over now. You made your choice. You chose to go be with your little sister when your wife had just been in a serious accident and was in the hospital. Once you did that, all my feelings for you were gone. I've got no more love for you.
No.
Your mom said she'd be waiting for you in the hospital lobby. Listen, I need to get some rest, so I'm going to let you go now. Just do what your mom tells you, okay? Hopefully our divorce will be final by the time I wake up. Right after that, I slept for a whole day. I really needed the rest. By the time I had woken up, John's mom had gotten him to sign the divorce papers, and she went and filed them for me. Luckily, it wasn't that painful to finalize our divorce. I was so glad to be free of him. John's mom talked to him about the alimony payments and splitting his assets with me, too. She was really so helpful through the whole thing. I got to keep the house and most of our savings, too. Then a few days after that, John's mom and his little sister came to see me in the hospital. It was really nice of them. Caitlin said she had no idea that he was being so crazy. She said she was sorry that she had let her big brother spoil her so much. She didn't realize that I was hurting so much because of what he was doing. She had tears in her eyes when she apologized to me. So, John lost his house, and he couldn't go back to his parents' place either. Even his beloved little sister, Caitlin, had abandoned him. She blocked his number. She said that she thought that was best for him. John had lost his house, his wife, and his family. I think he's probably living a sad, lonely existence these days. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and let us know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and press the bell for notifications.
Hey, Lindsay. You remember Nina, right?
The Nina who was at our wedding?
Yeah, that's her. She's gonna be staying with us for a while, so try to make her feel at home. Is the guest room in order?
One second. Nina is going to be staying with us in our new home?
Yeah, she just got divorced from her loser husband. The guy was a real monster. He kicked her out of the house, and until things are all settled, she doesn't really have anywhere to go. She doesn't have any family nearby, and her friends can't put her up.
And so you thought you'd let her move in with us?
It's not like I want her to move in with us or anything. She was basically thrown out on the street. She has no family, no one to really turn to. We've been friends since we could walk. She's like a sister to me. So I figured since we just bought a new house and we have all the space, we could let her stay with us. Just until she gets on her feet, of course. We have a spare room and everything. It's not that big a deal, is it?
I'm sorry she's going through a rough patch and everything, but I have to say I'm not super comfortable with the idea of her staying with us. I don't think I have to remind you that we're not on the best of terms. We barely know each other, and she thought it was a good idea to wear a white dress to her wedding. If she moves in with us, there is definitely going to be a problem. If she means so much to you, help her find an apartment.
Oh, come on, have a little heart. She has nowhere to go, no one to help her. Even she said that the whole white dress thing was an accident. She's always been an airhead like that. Her common sense comes from another planet.
Uh-huh. Well, she was raised on this planet, and even an airhead knows not to wear white to another woman's wedding. In any case, she absolutely cannot stay here, so figure something else out.
Oh, Lindsay, come on now. Don't you think you're being a little extreme here? You know it's my house too. I'm here trying to talk to you about a very serious situation that involves one of my best friends. The girl is like family to me, and honestly, I don't really appreciate how coldly you're treating her. Just because I'm giving you the courtesy of asking politely, don't think that this is actually a request.
Have you lost it? You're trying to let another woman stay in our house.
Listen, if I say she stays, she stays. I'm getting annoyed I even have to go this far. This conversation is over.
I get that she's your friend, and maybe you are close as family, but think a little less about her and about the whole situation. You keep saying we have this new house and all this space, but in reality, it's not all that big. It was you who decided to keep the rooms to a minimum, so this guest room doesn't actually exist.
I mean, we'll make a guest room. We'll get all of that stuff out the spare room and let her stay there. Unless you want to stay on the couch and give up your side of the bed.
Oh, so now we're making jokes about you two sleeping together. Great, that's totally gonna help your case. I don't care who this woman is to you. I am your wife.
Aw, come on. The living room is the nicest room in the house. I actually think the sofa might be more comfortable than our bed. Anyways, she's gonna be over, so make sure to tidy up and get everything ready.
Hey, Lindsay, it's me, Nina. I can't thank you enough for letting me stay at your place. I am super excited for it. I could just scream. Today is the first day of a lot of good times.
Today? You're coming over today? Just hold on here. I haven't even agreed to any of this. Look, don't take this the wrong way, but I told Scott that I wasn't super comfortable with you moving in with us.
Aw, so that's how it is. When I was talking to Scott, I kinda got that vibe. I'm sorry for crashing the love nest or whatever. I really do hope we can get along. It's just that, and don't take this the wrong way, but the deed is in Scott's name, not yours, so you kinda don't have the final say in it, do you? Anyways, me staying over is a done deal, so let's not get hung up on it, yeah?
I'd like to pretend like I didn't hear that, but since I'm staring at the text, I can't seem to get past it. You want to try that again?
Oh, I know this isn't exactly ideal for you. You're the wife, you have this nice home, and now you have this hot girl moving in with you. Just so you know, Scott and I are like brother and sister, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about, no matter how attractive I am. If it makes you feel any better, this is pretty normal for us. Normally, a dude wouldn't be letting some girl live with him and his wife, but Scott's always been that, like, I got you kind of older brother kind of guy. He can't help it when it comes to me.
I'm glad that you had that kind of person in your life. Sounds sweet. But now he is my husband. He isn't your brother or boyfriend or knight in shining armor, so I'd appreciate it if you'd keep your distance.
I totally respect that. I just don't really get that whole distance thing. Like, how much distance? Do I need a ruler when I talk to him?
If you're trying to play the dumb blonde or something, remember that you're a brunette.
Oh my god, you are so funny. But no, I'm being totally serious. We've always been close, so when you say keep your distance, I don't really know how. Scott's been treating me like a princess our whole lives. It's like his hobby or something. I mean, to you it might be common sense, but I just don't really get it. This is just how we are. I mean, like today, for example, I asked him to take off work, and he was just like, okie dokie.
Take off work? He didn't go to work today?
Yeah, he took off for me. I had so much packing and cleaning to do, I couldn't handle it all myself. I mean, I could have, but it would have been a nightmare. When I told him that, he was all like, leave it to me, I'll carry everything. Isn't it cute when boys go out of their way for girls? He's actually packing boxes right now.
He took a day off work to help you move? I am going to kill him. I have literally begged him to take a day off so we could go do things. He always said that he needed to save his days in case something important came up. I was dying in bed with a cold once, and he still went to the office.
Ouch, that's not nice. I can't imagine what it must be like to have a husband who thinks so little of you. All you need is love, and you ain't getting any. It's kind of funny that Scott takes off for me, though. I'm not saying he likes me more, because I don't have to.
Oh, that's enough. I have had it. There is no way I'm living with someone like you. If you come to this house, I will beat you with whatever is at arm's reach. Scott is my husband, and I bought this house for us.
I have nowhere to go. So I will be staying in that house whether you like it or not. If you really hate it that much, you do have the option of leaving.
I was already pretty mad at the start of this whole conversation, but now you have me steaming.
So scary. But seriously, think about it for a second. Scott owns the house. Isn't it weird he can't let the people he wants to stay in it? How would you feel if you bought a house and had no control over it? I know you're the wifey and everything, but you have to think about things from his perspective too.
Yeah, slow down for a second there. You seem to be confused.
No, you're the one who's confused. You know, when we were kids, he used to come crying to me. Girls are tougher than boys. Yeah, sure. But he used to hide behind me when we were kids. So I gotta say, it's kind of hot that he grew into such a reliable man. Not just anyone can make enough to buy a new home like that. So maybe stop trying to have your own way with everything. So again, if you really have this much of a problem with your man trying to help out an old friend, maybe it's you who should leave.
I swear, if you say that one more time...
It's not just me. Scott's here saying the same thing. He's fuming too. What kind of wife won't support her husband's friends? He's really losing it. If you're in a relationship, you need to think about the other person. I'm sorry if I'm driving a wedge in your marriage.
Don't worry about it. No matter how much of a wedge you drive between us, it's not like it changes your own position.
What do you mean by position?
What I mean is, you can spend all day doing victory dances around that dumb man and it doesn't change anything. You're still a moron who lacks any semblance of common sense. You are aware of that, right? Like, you do understand your own stupidity, don't you?
Moron? Wow, okay. I was trying to lighten the mood with some jokes and you're getting all serious on me.
I am serious, yes. You are a stupid woman and he is a stupid man. I have had it with both of you. If you're going to live here, then I'm going to leave. Have at it. Enjoy. I'd rather live on the streets than be under the same roof as the two of you.
I can't tell if you're being serious, but if you are, great. I wasn't thrilled about seeing you every morning either. I feel bad for Scott, though, being married to such a nag. We just finished packing and loading anyway. We're going out to eat after this, so don't even message us. Get all your junk together and get out then.
Way ahead of you. I'm taping up the boxes already. Enjoy your meal. Make him take you to a nice place at least. Do take your time, though. I don't want to be here when you arrive.
Hey, Lindsay. You talked a big game to Nina, but all your junk is still here.
Quite the hello. What are you talking about, by the way?
I just got back home. We just had the most insanely delicious meal. Just a little celebration feast since it's been so long since we've seen each other. Of course, we had a toast to the new living arrangements too.
Sounds good. There's nothing better than good food and good company. It must have been all that much better sharing a meal with a real hottie, huh?
It really was. Man, I don't remember the last time I had that much fun just having a meal. And then I get home thinking that I wasn't gonna have to deal with my nagging wife for an evening. But all good things must come to an end. Here's all your crap piled by the door. You're the one who got all cocky and threatened to move out, and here we are. If you're gonna aim the gun, at least have the guts to pull the trigger.
Oh, I wish I had the kind of freedom you do. Unfortunately, I was busy taking care of all the formalities. I can't move out without finding a place to live first. I don't have a childhood friend I can just set up shop with.
I hear the park is lovely this time of year. All you need is a few boxes and some duct tape, and you'll be living in the Taj Mahal.
Are you drunk? I didn't marry you for your brains, but you're even dumber than usual.
I am not drunk. I'm thinking perfectly clear, maybe even for the first time. Nina is like family to me, and you tell me to just let her live on the streets? What is wrong with you? Anyways, I tossed all your junk outside. Just pick it up and get out of here. You're never setting foot in this house again. Find a nice bench and think about all the decisions that led you there.
What kind of decisions did I make exactly that would condemn me to a life on a park bench?
Not thinking about your own husband, of course. We were supposed to be a team, and you basically declared war against me. I know we're married and everything, but I knew Nina way before you. The two of us have been in each other's lives way longer than you and I. There's nothing more to talk about. Get your stuff and get out of here. You have no right to be in this house. You are so full of yourself. Women like you are a dime a dozen.
And that should take care of that. I'm selling the house.
What?
Yeah, I'm selling it, so I guess neither of us have any right to be in it. You two should be less worried about my belonging situation, more worried about getting your own stuff together.
Hold up, what are you talking about? What do you mean you're selling the house? What's going on?
It's not that complicated, Scott. I'm selling the house. I left work early and went to the nearest real estate broker. It was much easier than I thought it would be. I filled out all the forms and everything is set.
So what does that mean exactly?
Exactly what I said. It is on the market. I'm getting rid of it. With any luck, it'll be sold soon, so get out of there ASAP or there may be legal repercussions. Don't worry about my stuff either. I'm afraid some of it might smell like you, so I'm just gonna have it all incinerated and buy new.
Wait. That can't be right. You can't just go and sell our house. This is my castle. I'm the king here. You can't just get rid of it without my permission. We just bought it this year. It's brand new. You're nuts. You completely lost it. You're not right in the head.
You're not right in the head, you idiot. It's your castle? You're the king? Have you completely lost it? For a man whose credit was so bad he couldn't even get a loan, you have some nerve saying those kinds of things.
Hey, watch it. I'm not gonna stand for your abuse.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm so sorry, you poor baby. Look, you couldn't get a loan with your credit. The mortgage is in my name. It's my house.
Hey, I'm still paying it, aren't I? Don't make it out like I'm just some freeloader. I'm paying the bills too, so it's my house just as much as it is yours. No?
Yeah, you're paying half the monthly payments, sure, I'll give you that. Unfortunately, in the eyes of the law, since the mortgage is in my name, the house is completely mine. So if I feel like selling it, that is completely my choice, and you have no say in it.
Hold on a second, is that true? I'm not really sure about all that legal stuff.
And don't go acting all high and mighty just because you pay half the payments. I'm the one who put 60 grand down as a down payment in case you've forgotten. You didn't have a penny in your bank account, so I paid the whole thing. I'm actually embarrassed for you. Going around and acting like you bought the house yourself, like it was your castle or something.
Yeah, but I'm your husband. You can't just sell our house.
Yeah, and at this rate, that's another problem I'm thinking about fixing. What happened to you? You used to be so manly and cool. Now you're here begging me not to sell my own house? After you talked all that big game about wearing the pants and making the decisions? Well, I make more money than you, and even though you do pay part of the monthly mortgage, I pay for everything else. I pay for the food, I pay for the utilities, and the other bills always land in my lap.
I'm sorry for not being rich. You make it sound like I don't add anything to this relationship. Aren't wives supposed to be supportive of their husbands?
If you want me to be supportive, then become a man worth supporting. You're like a spoiled child. You don't have to be rich, but you can at least make an effort. Go out, get some qualifications, spend a few more hours at work. You don't do anything to further your career and then you pout when you're told off? Are you a toddler or something? Why don't you go crying to your little girlfriend? If the two of you are really that close, maybe she'll change your diaper for you.
Don't bring her into this. This is between you and me.
Now it's between you and her. Have fun with the packing. Don't know where you're going to go, though. The house is going on the market, and there's nothing you can do to change that. You better pack up your stuff, too, because anything left in there is going to be disposed of this weekend.
Hey, Lindsay, it's just me again. Scott started saying some weird things about how the house actually belongs to you and stuff. That's not true, right?
Oh, it's true. The house is in my name. Scott couldn't get a loan. I only found out when we were at the bank, but it turns out that he had taken out cash loan without telling me. Not only that, but he didn't make the repayments on time and destroyed his credit. So at the bank, we had no choice but to take out the loan in my name.
You have got to be kidding. What was he thinking? If he had been more responsible with money, none of this would be happening. He'd have a new house in his name.
Come on, don't be so hard on him. You two are besties, right? Not to mention he took all those cash loans for you, so I don't think you really have any business blaming him.
For me? I don't remember any of that.
The last loan he took out was for your wedding gift. He told me you said something about practically being family and demanding a really expensive wedding present. So to make you happy on your wedding day, the idiot took out a loan.
He took out a loan? I thought he just took it out of savings or something.
Oh no, he's not allowed to touch the savings. I control the purse strings in this family, or he'd do stupid things like that. Of course, he doesn't save any personal savings. If I let him take care of the money, we'd have been in the poorhouse by now. I did have a good laugh over it, though. I've never heard of someone getting themselves in debt over a wedding present.
Quit talking bad about him. He's a good man who just wanted to make his best friend happy on her wedding date. No one has friends like that. Stop making fun of his good nature.
No problem. In return, stop getting ticked off at me for owning the home. That's on him. If it wasn't for you demanding expensive gifts, he wouldn't have gone in debt and his credit would have been spared. The reason the deed is in my name and not his is because of you.
Shut up! That's none of your business. To him, I'm worth the money I'm worth going into debt for. You have no right to say anything about a relationship. Don't tell us how to live our lives.
Again? Absolutely no problem with that. As long as you stop sticking your nose into my business. Or house, I guess. My marriage and my house have nothing to do with you. So stay out of it.
You are the most stuck-up woman I have ever met. You go around just selling your family's belongings without even talking to your husband? You're not the queen of the world. You can't just do whatever you want. You need to think about your husband.
Whatever. This stuck-up woman still hasn't finished moving. Oh, I just found the perfect place. It's a nice apartment in a gorgeous high-rise. Oh, and I want to get in there as soon as possible.
High-rise apartment? You're going to sell your family's house and live in some fancy apartment by yourself?
You bet. I'm going to have a nice, peaceful life all to myself in my stylish apartment. Leaving the house I literally just bought for my family is sad, sure, but this place has got me smiling again. I'd recommend it, but I don't think you two will be able to afford it, seeing as how Scott only makes half of what I do.
Half? You're saying you make twice what Scott does? You're raking in that much?
Of course. The bank doesn't just dish out loans all willy-nilly. You have to have enough income to even be considered. Anyway, I have things to do, so bye-bye. It may only be for a couple days, but enjoy the new house.
Lindsay, that's enough of this. Get back to this house now. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. This is a direct order from your husband. I'm not taking no for an answer. You cannot refuse. Get back here.
You finally lost it.
I kicked Nina out, okay? She's gone, just like you wanted. So long as she isn't here, there are no problems, right? So come back to the house and knock off all of this nonsense. We're gonna go to the real estate company together and tell them we're canceling the sale.
Well, let me think about it. No thank you. The house is staying on the market and there's nothing you can do about it. I was actually talking to the real estate company and it seems like there's a ton of interest in it already.
Quit screwing around. This is our house. The house that the two of us bought for us, for our family. I am not just giving it up. Giving our love nest to some stranger? I will not allow the sale, and that is final.
I've already explained this to you like a million times. You do not own anything. None of it is yours, hence, you have absolutely no authority over what happens. What part of that aren't you getting exactly?
Fine, whatever. If I have no authority, then you can just stop the sale. Nina is gone, we don't have to let her live with us. That's what you wanted, right? A wife has a duty to obey her husband. If I say stop the sale, then that means stop the sale. You don't have any say in it.
Wow. What century are you from? I don't even think our parents are from that age. Well, even if we were people from 100 years ago, it doesn't really matter because I'm not your wife anymore.
What? What do you mean you're not my wife anymore? You can't just cancel a marriage. Yeah, that's right. You can't just file for divorce on your own. You need both people's signatures.
Exactly. But that's why I used the divorce papers you prepared.
What? What are you even talking about? I never prepared any divorce papers.
Oh, you don't remember? That is priceless. Remember when your important friend Nina wore a white dress to her wedding? Even though she was completely in the wrong, you got mad at me for getting mad at her, remember? Afterwards, you got all the paperwork together, signed everything, and said something like, you couldn't be with me if I was going to pick fights with your friends? And then you tried to make me sign the documents.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I actually held on to that all this time. So I just filled out the rest, signed it, and turned it in. It's already been accepted, so you and I are no longer husband and wife.
That can't be. You're lying. You can't just go get divorced on your own like that. There is no way that is valid. I won't accept this.
Seems like all you can do is throw a hissy fit, as usual. Like I said, I don't care about what you accept or not.
What am I gonna do if you leave? All I had was this house. If you leave and sell it, I won't have anywhere to go.
What are you saying? You have your best friend to help you. The two of you can get by together. Just think about it. You two can get a nice, cheap, ratty apartment and eat canned beans every night by candlelight. Sure, it'll be tough, but love will get you through the rough patches. Don't think that I'm in the dark here. I know how you really think about her. Just get married already.
Oh, don't even say that. You're my wife. I would never marry someone like her. She's trying to force me into marriage with her and push her mountain of debt on me.
Mountain of debt? What do you mean? Did something happen to her?
She was trying to talk me into marrying her and help her pay off her debts. It seems like the reason she got divorced is because she was cheating. When her husband found out, he moved some money around to keep her from getting much in the divorce. She hired a bunch of lawyers to try and get the money, but it didn't pan out and she was left with the legal fees.
Wow, I need to call up her husband and give him a pat on the back. How much does she owe?
Something like $40,000 left.
Wow, that certainly isn't a tiny sum. Well, she is your beloved childhood friend, the other pea in your pod. Why not just help her out? With your salary, you should be able to pay it off in a few years if you live in a tent while you do it.
Why do you have to be so sadistic? You know I could never pay that off. And now she's trying to get me to borrow money again to pay it off for her. She's telling me to dig myself into a hole with debt to get her out.
Sure, anything sounds bad when you say it with that kind of attitude. Don't you think that part of her is cute, charming? She's just a little bit of an airhead. No common sense, right? You can't throw her out now. The only thing you two of you have left is each other. Oh, and a pile of debt.
Look, I screwed up, I know, but I can't do this.
Oh, the two of you can do anything. It's Scott and Nina versus the world. Go get 'em, champ. I've already decided I am living for me now. So long. After that, Scott finally put his foot down and seriously refused her demands. He told Nina that he'd help her with what he could, but he wasn't taking on her debt. As you can imagine, that was not the answer she was looking for. She flipped out on him, calling him a traitor and not a real friend, and everything, finally. She told him how she really felt, which was that she only ever thought of him as a tool. He was nothing more than a bank account to her their whole life, and now that that's over, the relationship is over. She said there's no point keeping the broken ATM around. That was the end of their lifetime friendship. After that, Scott decided to move back in with his parents, but after they heard the full story, he was on the streets again. Last I heard, he's living a modest life on his own. As for Nina, having no one else to take advantage of, she ended up having to take care of the debt herself. Considering she has no work experience and the amount of money she needs, she started working as a night entertainer. It seems like all her coworkers, though, are young, attractive women that she can't really compete with. So every night she goes to work and has her pride trampled on over and over. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.